I'm actually calling to the Galactic Association to thank you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart as a Leo for finally taking the Mercury retrograde away from us. Honestly, the last 3 weeks has been excruciating, debilitating, but you know what? We transmuted because we are an alchemist. I would like to kindly request to shorten the trips of the freaking Mercury retrograde from 3 times to 2 times, okay? It's kind of like too much to go through, especially we as Leos, we are already going through a lot. As being Leos, we're always in the center of everything. No, not in a conceited way. We just tend to attract a lot. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of things to figure out. We did have some major realizations during this Mercury retrograde. Yes. Yes, and there is a funny Armenian guy. He always like delivers those messages like I want to see, yeah, we want to see what he's got to say from April 14th to the 20th. My fellow Leo, how are you doing? My cutie patootie looking little cutie yummy. Welcome to the Renaissance Tarot. I am your funny Armenian guy, and you are my peanut butter jelly sandwich. And guess what? We made it, baby. Mercury retrograde is finally gone. The next visit is gonna be during our birthday, but we still have about 3 months to figure this out. Okay, so let's get into your reading, Leo. First of all, I'm sending you a huge hug and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for showing so much support on the channel and being so kind and so loving. It means a lot to me. Now, we're gonna get into your reading from April 14th to the 20th. Leo, in this reading, I'm going to take a look at what happened recently, your present moment, and then your near future, and I will also clarify and close off with an advice. Let's get into the reading, my fellow Leo, and let's see what's happening. As you can also see, I brought us back here behind. Let's see what's going on for my Leos. What is it that my Leos need to know? Oh, okay. This just came out from the deck. It's been a good day. I've been actually resting and meditating. I just finished the meditation of Dr. Joe Dispenza for an hour. So your challenge, Leo, coming up for this week is the Two of Wands. And you have the Fool coming at the bottom of the deck, and this is a new beginning, Leo. This is a new beginning for you. It's a new chapter for you. And I'm saying this new beginning also because the Fool here is indicating that, as well as finally after the Mercury retrograde, we deserve to have a new beginning for ourselves. And then the Sun, which is you, Leo, which is us. This is about embracing ourselves and like allowing ourselves to get into a new journey. There is something here about you, equally given and taking. I think you're going to attract somebody into your life or find yourself in relationships just in general, even in your job where you have invested so much, there's something to be returned to you. Now, I want to talk about your challenge that really caught my attention. For a lot of you have been waiting for something, and I think you are realizing right now enough is enough. Enough is enough, Leo. The Two of Wands here is telling me that there is something here that you have been waiting. This, I do strongly feel like this could be a person specifically that you have been waiting for a response from them, or you're constantly in this place of wanting to come out of your comfort zone or make a move, and there is a connection with this individual and they are taking it too long. There is a delay, and I'm going to clarify to see what this is about. In the recent past, Leo, you have the Three of Swords, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups. In the recent past, I do feel like that whatever started with this individual, everything was very joyful, was very happy. The beginning of it was very promising. But eventually here, I feel like somebody here was so selfish that it actually left you brokenhearted. It caused you a lot of pain. I don't know who you were dealing with. I'm going to find out to see what this Three of Swords here is about. But in the recent past, this is something that I'm seeing a lot of you Leos have been just crying a lot. And you know, I decided to bring the camera here in this space because this is where we started in the beginning, and I want this to be a safe space for you. I'm not gonna rush into it. And if you want to cry, I want you to cry. I want you to let it out, to let that last cry out, you know, because it's been heavy for Leos. I'm lagging today a little bit. I'm gonna go through this because there is a message here that needs to be conveyed, and I'm not gonna be just laying in bed. I am going to share this message because I want to empower you. I want to share it with you because obviously there is some sort of heaviness. It's been extremely heavy for you, Leos. This situation that you have been going through, it's been heart-wrenching, and you try to, you know, you do your best, Leo, to smile at people, to take care of this person, to take care of that person, but what about you? What about me? What about us? You know, we're gonna find out about this. In the present moment, Leo, Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Magician, this is one of the most beautiful energies that I've seen. Even though you may not notice this, even though you may not really be exactly completely in this energy, but you know, there is a manifestation of love. And this is about self-love for all of you. Because we need to love ourselves first before we can even think about or allow somebody to come into ourselves. I think, Leo, for such a, and you know, people may say, well, that's such a paradox. How can a Leo not love themselves? Because people are not Leos, and those people who don't know Leos, they don't know how Leos are. We tend, when we get into a relationship, we tend to love that person more than us. Cross watchers, if you are triggered, you don't have to watch this video, but that's the truth. Anyone that's a cross watcher watching this for a Leo, I'm telling the truth. We love the partner more than us. We love the best friend more than us. But what about you, Leo? So enough is enough. You are basically creating a life of yourself, where a journey for yourself with the Fool here, especially at the bottom of the deck, where you are opening yourself up, your heart to yourself. This is about a self-love journey. And people are going to say, well, but I want a love person. No, you're going to love yourself. And that's how you're going to attract someone into your life. This could also mean you and another person getting together with the Ace of Cups here, because you're preparing your heart for a specific person. Could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, because there is some sort of a truth here, a realization that's coming into you. Now, in the near future, you have the 10 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Strength. So here is the thing, Leo. In the near future, you're going to need to trust your intuition completely. I think you have been kind of like putting off. There is something about your intuition has been telling you and guiding you in this situation, and you might have been putting it off. But I think in the near future, you're going to have a major realization to let go of something, to let go of somebody. This could be a job. This could be a person. We're going to find out to see what this is about. Now, let's get into your reading, Leo. And let's clarify. I'm going to use this deck. Let's clarify your challenge, Leo. Let's talk about the Two of Wands. Let's talk about the Two of Wands, Leo. What is this about? So the Two of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, and then the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords here is twice, actually. One in the challenge position, and then this one in the past. So there is something here for many of you, and you know, I'm gonna keep it real as I always do, because there is always two sides of the story. Not everything is gonna resonate with everyone, because this is a general reading. It's not a personal reading. But I do strongly get that for many of you, there is something here about stability in a connection. I don't feel many of you feel so secure and stable in a connection in the present moment, and you have been waiting for a way, you have been looking for a way out. There is a situation here that you're involved in that you want to remove yourself from, and you have been waiting for an exit plan. And for many of you, this also can mean that you might be at a job right now where it's not fulfilling you, at a location. You might be in a connection with a person that's not fulfilling you. And there is a lot of pain involved in it. There is a lot of anxiety I think for many of you might be wondering about your future. How is your future going to look like? Where are you going to be a month from now, 2 years from now, a year from now? And I think you are in the place of like planning. You're actually planning your way out, Leo, because you're saying to yourself, enough is enough. I can't just be living in the same place, working with the same people, working in the same environment. And also, many of you could be holding on to some sort of a disappointment or a separation pain that happened recently in the past few months with a specific person. And sometimes I think these emotions get so overwhelming that it becomes extremely painful, you know? It affects your day-to-day life. It affects the Queen of Pentacles here for you to function and to move forward. And I'm sending you a huge hug. I'm a Leo myself as well, and you know, we keep it real here. There is that separation that happened between you and another person that just keeps coming back. It keeps resurfacing. It's kind of like an open wound for many of you. And maybe money was also involved in this situation. There was some sort of a financial thing here involved between you and another person. Maybe you were somebody that lended so much money to this person. You were the one who was providing for this person, taking care of them. And for many of you, you're realizing that you are generous, but I think that your resources and your finances have been directed towards a person that was not appreciative, that was not appreciating you. So you're realizing that, you know what, I have been waiting for a long time. I'm not waiting for this person anymore. And this is not going to resonate with everyone, but I feel like that's what the case here is. That's what the case. So let's talk about the Three of Swords here in the past. Let's see what is it that you need to know with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords here is clarified by the Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, and Five of Wands. Twice here, the High Priestess. In the recent past, Leo, I do strongly feel like that your intuition was telling you about a specific person to take some sort of action. Your intuition was right. You had some internal conflicts within you, my dear Leo, about a specific person, that someone here was not being honest. I think this separation happened very abruptly and unexpectedly with this individual, and it eventually caused you a lot of pain. I think there might have been even a third-party situation involved. This person could have been cheating, lying, deceiving you, and eventually your intuition was right, you know that. And maybe you had initiated conversation with this person. Maybe there was a lot of fights and arguments with this individual, and unfortunately things just ended quite fast. And also I'm getting somebody here being quite selfish with the Nine of Cups here. Someone here was very much focused on themselves, and they didn't even listen to your feelings of how you are feeling, and that's why that has caused even more pain to you. Let's clarify the Three of Cups here. Like I said, there must have been some sort of a third-party situation here. Third party can mean a person. It could also mean a job. It could mean a few other things that might have been in the way. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. It's clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Empress here. So it was a cycle that just constantly kept repeating in of itself. It could have been substance abuse. It could have been alcohol, compulsive, impulsive behavior with this individual. And that is a cycle that this person never closed off in their life. Like, they kept repeating it. They kept doing things behind your back, Leo, which eventually has caused you to realize that it was not worth it for you to fight. You try to fight for it, you try to protect it, you try to bring it back, resurrect this relationship, resurrect this connection, but it was not going anywhere because this person and you were not on the same page. So let's focus on the present moment right now, and then the near future. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Cups because for many of you there is a love offer, there is an opportunity. It could be a brand new person coming in. Let's find out and see. The Ace of Cups here is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here, or Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Somebody here who is very independent, somebody here who has actually done the healing work within them is going to come into your life, okay? This is for many of you that I'm really getting here. There's a lot of single Leos that I'm talking about, and I'm sending you a huge hug. You know, when they ask me, are you in a relationship? I tell people, like, I am in a relationship with myself, and I think that's the best thing that a person can do, you know, to focus on yourself. There is something here about healing from a past person, from a past from a past situation. Somebody here also could try to rekindle things with you. This is for a very small number of you after healing something, after a separation that happened between the two of you, because there was obviously a lot of pain involved. I do get two types of people coming into your life, and you're going to have to make a choice: a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Whoever these people are, they actually have been single for quite some time, and they're also looking for a partner. They're also opening up their heart for love. And these people also could be on the same page with you, saying that enough is enough. Like, we need to work on ourselves, do our shadow work, and that's why they're coming into your life. Because this is a manifestation. With the Magician here, it's like you have called your person, you have called your soulmate, and they have responded to it. So let's talk about the Magician here. And this is also an acceptance of truth. Somebody here is accepting the truth and moving on. Let's clarify the Magician. The Magician is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Hermit here, and then the Nine of Wands. Leo, your love life, especially the topic of your love life, it's being eliminated. The Hermit here. You have been internally in a hermit mode for quite a long time. For many of you also, hermit can mean being single, staying single, because you took the time to heal things within yourself. And because you have done the healing within yourself, because you have taken the time to really take a look at yourself, like, okay, what is it that I need to change? What is it that I can make my life better? And you're focusing on yourself. A lot of you, you're like, I'm going to focus on what's important for me. And that is actually when you attract love into your life. And I've shared this with many beautiful people also during the personal readings as well, that the best way to predict the future is to create it, because by creating, you have done the work, you have taken the time to heal yourself, and that's how you manifest. We are not obsessing over somebody. We are not over attaching ourselves to a person. There is a time when we say enough is enough, and I'm going to move towards a new direction in my life and make some substantial changes, which is going to eventually give me some sustainable results. And this is the Queen of Wands, Leo energy. You have gone from being in the hermit mode to embodying your energy, embodying your true Leo energy. And that's the truth that you're realizing. No more compromise. The Hierophant here. The Hierophant here, the meaning of it has various meanings, but one of them that I always assign is not compromising. Yes, and not conforming to the old ways, to how the world wants you to be. There is a major realization here that you're realizing with the Ten of Wands. In the near future, your intuition is going to guide you to make some sort of a step here. The Strength card here, this is you, Leo, just jumped out of the deck. And there is also another one. So this is a double confirmation, Leo. Your intuition, your sense of intuition is going to get at another level. This is going to be something that you have never experienced before. It's the Queen of Cups, the Strength, and then the Four of Cups. Somebody here wants to make an offer for you, and you're going to need to decide that. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. As you can see, the Queen of Cups is looking towards the Strength, and then the Four of Pentacles. This could be a person that may also have been very closed off before. This could be somebody that was not willing to open up to you, or when they see you leaving and departing, Ten of Wands, Leo energy. When they see you disconnecting from them, this is detachment. She has already packed up her bags and she's leaving. So in the near future, Leo, because you're not going to obsess over, because you're not going to text, you're not going to even think about this person for a long period of time like you used to, whatever, it's just like neutral. That's when they're going to realize, I used to be closed up, but now I want to approach to my Leo, because they know that you are detached. That is the game of detachment. Everything is energy. Everything is happening on an energetic level, my beautiful Leo. So your intuition is going to guide you to decide about that decision. Let's talk about the High Priestess here. What is the High Priestess here about for my Leos in the near future? Because this is solely dependent on your intuition. Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and then the Page of Cups. So when this person comes into your life, this could be a new person that you want to give them the prerequisites and let them know what it is that you're looking for into a relationship. But I do get for many of you, this is an opportunity to actually share your truth with the Queen of Swords here. You want to tell something to this person that you have been holding on for a long time. There is some sort of an important conversation that's going to come in between you and an individual, which is going to set things right. And I think one of this is going to be that this person also needs to be equally invested into the relationship, into the connection with you, just as much as you are, Leo. Because in the near future, especially after this week when the shadow period ends, after the Mercury retrograde, you're going to be stepping into a new power. There is a new level of energy that you're going to step into. It's going to take you like skyrocketing. Like your career, your job, your daily routine, everything is going to be rejuvenated, and you're going to be doing things at a faster rate. And things are going to start manifesting for you even faster rate, because you're not obsessing over anyone. I really do feel like I'm speaking to a whole lot of Leos out there that are not obsessing over anyone, because you already cried the tears, you already shed the tears. Now you need to communicate your truth to this person. There is something here that needs to be set right, because it's not that you're holding anything against this person, but there is something here that you want to let them know. Like it's like almost you're a lesson for this person to teach them. And remember, Leo, we always teach people how to treat us. Let's see what is the advice here for you. What's the advice for Leo? What is the advice for my Leos? Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and then the Ten of Pentacles. The advice here, Leo, is that if somebody left you out into the cold, if somebody abandoned you, just like with the Five of Pentacles here, somebody who abandoned you, left you out into the cold, mistreated you, those things, first of all, they come from a subconscious belief and subconscious programming, and you forgive, but you also kind of like don't forget, because you want to make sure that this person is on the same page with you, because you have given the opportunity a lot of times to a specific person to start family together, to be together. If this person hasn't done the shadow work within themselves, if they have not taken the time to really heal their inner child, heal their generational trauma, break their generational curse, be on the same page with you, basically, because you have been doing so much work on yourself, Leo, that not many people take the time to do that holistically. Been meditating, praying, journaling, looking at within yourself. That's a lot of work that you do yourself. So you're no longer going to be offering yourself on a silver platter to anyone. So if somebody here comes back into your life, or even if you attract a new person and you get to know them and you realize that if they have done the work within themselves, then you can allow them to come into your life, and then you can create family with them. But enough is enough, Leo. You're no longer waiting for anyone to, either decide if they're going to come back or not, or somebody comes into your life, they're wishy-washy. You're very strict, you're very specific, you're very rigid. And there is a time for that. And I think this is where you are entering into that energy of like, you know what, I know what I want, and these are my prerequisites. Let's see what is the angel's message here for you. This is such a thick deck. It's just like the moment I take it, it's just like cards start flying out. What's the important for my Leos for the upcoming week? Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. You had the High Priestess here twice, my Leo. So great intuitive insight. Your intuition is your inner compass, and it's always going to guide you to make the right decision. So in the near future, when it comes to making a decision about a specific person, green flags and see if they have done the work within themselves. Other than that, you always have the choice of opening up yourself to the new person that's going to also appear in your life for some of you. So this is what I had for you, my dear Leo. Thank you so much for being in here. I'm your funny Armenian guy. You are my cutie patootie. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.